think you'd be surprised how few Americans have been to the U.S. Capitol. Yeah, I mean, I was there maybe 2 or 3 times. I ran for office. Like I should be there more often, right? This was an inside job, y'all. Okay. Hello. You know. All right. So when you're there, you'll notice what I've noticed. Like way, way up, in those things. You see those guys walking around, those black. I'm wearing the black long sleeve shirt, which I rarely ever do. Actually, it's not black; it's navy, I think, or midnight navy kind of thing. Midnight blue. And they had the black pants on. They got snipers all over the place. I've seen it. I've been there. But the thing is, most Americans haven't been there, so they can't really talk much about this. I was like, when you're actually at the U.S. Capitol, you're gonna see how much security is around that place. This was 100% inside job. The Democrats love saying, "Oh, we're little victims of the Republicans. The Republicans love just play the victim card." Also, I want to say, "Oh, the Democrats are doing this to us. China, China, China. They're doing selling us out to China. They're doing that to us. Blah blah blah. Taxes, taxes, taxes." Okay, fine. The Trump people were on it. Yeah, they were inciting violence. Clear. Be there, be wild. Okay, well, why weren't they like having heightened security? Not only that, but like I said, on the other side, I think the Democrats wanted this so that they could play victim. Oh, look at us. So there's a big thing of like the whole rape thing. It's not as much of not an easy way to get somebody convicted of it when they just like, oh, he forced me on the little 120-pound sexy hot girl. He forced himself on me. It's usually more of like a pill kind of thing, or a guy getting her high, drunk, whatever, or the girl doing it. Where I'm going with this is that the, the reason that the courts have said, well, it's not as common that with the part of the whole like forcing thing is because it's more of a BDSM thing. They There's a big fetish. Now it used to be up on the FetLife.com, whereby a group was on there called RAPE. It's a gross word. I think about King David a lot too. This guy's got some problems. Okay, he's a guy, the man after God's own heart. I've always had an issue with that. Really, dude. I mean, come on, God, the Christian God wants to support this guy, King David. We don't know how he did that girl, but he, you know, Bathsheba's husband murdered, and a bunch of other of his friends too, by King David and his posse, his clan. This is coming from mainstream Christianity. These things, okay, and here in America, this is very very serious. This the whole rioting that was going on. I don't know if I mean, you almost want to call it. You can almost look at it as an act of war. Within. I don't. You can't say terror because you're trying to create fear. They were targeting something. Okay. Act of war, I think, is better. But the problem is you don't want to say act of war because now you got certain type of insurance. You have an actual specific type of insurance just for terrorism now. You know that? But 6 people dead. 2 police officers dead. In order to get into the Capitol, there's certain. I mean, for me, it was like a long line. Most of us, I'd say like 95, 97% of us, we gotta wait in line and then you get in. But these people just busted right in, y'all. I think they were like, well, we saw them stuff by the those gray like little gates. And no fights by the police, and then they got trampled, and then people ran through. I mean, I didn't watch that much of it, maybe 10% of what y'all watched, but it's at certain points they were just like let in. I mean, seriously, we got people on the Antifa was allegedly there, the Red Hatters, the Trump people. They were on the Senate floor, y'all. Nancy Pelosi's desk. And why didn't they stay? That shows that it wasn't, maybe they just like surprised that they got in so easily, but still, it was an inside job. And of course now, two things. It's learned that Maryland, I think governor people or whatever, worked for the governor, they were trying to say, hey, we'll give you guys some backup. It was denied. But Washington, D.C. police people, whatever that is, it's like a district kind of thing. It's different than municipalities and states and National Guard stuff. They were not responding. And of course, we should know that Washington, D.C. is minimum 85% Democrat. It's more Democrat than Cleveland, Ohio. And Cleveland, Hillary took like 85, 87% of Cleveland. All right. So it's going to get worse. I feel the Lord telling me that, that's just like a, not even a spring training kind of thing. It's just a warm up of things that are going to be happening like nationally. And that's going to turn into terror because they're going to be targeting certain things to make fear spots here and there and to get their agenda out. And this isn't so much about Trump, and it's not so much about Biden. It's about certain interests that they have. I mean, if Antifa was involved, if the Trump people were involved, we know what Trump was kind of all about. I mean, this guy was all over the place. He just wants to give free handouts of cash to anybody. Oh, you don't have a disability. Approved for disability. Okay. Oh, you want money for your funding of the new idea of this, that, and it's the whole, like, you remember the trillions of dollars that were given out for loans of the whole stimulus thing, and just all this stuff was defaulting in like just for 6 months, bam, bam, bam. And they wonder why, we're trying to figure this stuff out now. Okay, well, where'd that money go? The whole like homeless thing, he's handouts all over the place. His administration. Approved, grant. These are all interests, y'all. They're all interests. It's what's behind Trump? It's just a bunch of, here you go. I like my necklace on my shirt. It shows off a little better, right? So there's all this interest behind this stuff. Big political action committees, interests. That's what I feel they're going to. So it's a year of resilience, whereby you can be happier in your grace more than ever. Favor. Really, just stay out of it. I mean, I never felt more American not voting. The first time in my life. Anyway, this is fun.